secret of Perigord Cemetery has remained a mystery. Now, three innocent people are about to discover the ultimate evil. We've got to warn people. This summer, the Brawl is back. Phantasm 2.
It's only a dream.
No, it's not. Rated R.
The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
You will suffer an eternity for this.
And welcome back, everybody, to another 0 Point Reviews with Kevin and Jeff. We are back for another round of Phantasm. Yes, Phantasm 2 from 1988 from Don Coscarelli. Most of the cast is back on this one, except for a couple, and one has been replaced. We will get into that and a whole lot more. Make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe this stream on out there so we can get more eyeballs on us and have more people to hang out with us. We'd love to have you with us. So please take care of that business. But Kevin, with Phantasm 2, have you seen this one before, or do you have a first memory of this one?
Yes, my first memory of this was last night. I had a really, really interesting time watching it because I did not enjoy the first one either time I watched it. I appreciated it more the second time I saw it. And the second when the DVD came out, they only released part 1 and 3 for whatever reason with rights.
Universal Studios for part 2.
That would do it. Cocksuckers that also hold fucking Army of Darkness and Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie.
Yep.
So anyway, and the Incredible Hulk, that one too.
Oh, yeah.
Which no one cares about but me, but whatever. So I never got to see part 2, and I never watched part 3 because I didn't want to watch part 3 without seeing part 2. That just seems silly to me. And the only place I was ever able to see or find part 2 on DVD was like for quadruple the price on eBay or what have you. So it's like, yeah, no. And I didn't really know what to expect going into it last night. I didn't expect to sit and finish watching it. And not because of any enjoyment factor whatsoever, but mainly because like my family was just lit up and making a whole bunch of noise and running circles in the house with the dog. And my dog's 150 pounds. So, it's not quiet. And the thing is I stopped watching again, like I said, not because of lack of enjoyment, but because I was enjoying it and was being irritated because I couldn't hear it and couldn't pay attention to it.
Right.
My first impression, my first reaction was good. I liked it.
Right on.
That's my brief preview.
Cool. Yeah, my interaction with this movie is this is the horror movie that got me into horror movies. It's not my first horror movie, but it's the first one that made me go, this is cool. Yeah. And I appreciate that. My dad rented it with his girlfriend at the time. And I was like 12 or 13, watched that. And I'm like, this is kind of fun. So we went and rented the first one. And then I've been a fan like ever since. So these were my first two. This is basically my first love. And amongst most fans, this is one of the least favorite ones, oddly enough. Maybe our chat or anybody in the comments down below can chime in, like how you feel about the love for Phantasm 1 through 4, what order you got them in, what you think. But the big thing is cast doesn't match up. Like they replaced Michael Baldwin with James LaGrosse, and we didn't get Jodie back from the first movie. But that aside, almost everybody's back again. And I got a kick out of this. I love the car. I actually have the Phantasm 2 Hemi-Cuda it's like the 1/6 scale. It's like the giant box about like that big. It's still in its package, still on over here. I will bring it out next week so I can show everybody. It's a little bit buried at the moment, and I don't want to interrupt our stream for doing that. But
yeah,
I love this one. It's a personal favorite. It got me into horror movies. I can't I can't hate on it, and I won't. So
No, no, and this week in this installment of the franchise, I am able to see the similarities between this and Hellraiser. Um, it has tonal similarities to Hellraiser 2 specifically. A little bit with the violence and the action. And when I say action, like the blocking of the balls and stuff like that, it's a little reminiscent of, say, Hellraiser 3, which hadn't come out yet. So I mean, that this inspired that, I'm sure. Uh, but everything was kicked up a notch, I would say, wouldn't you? Like, and I don't see people fucking complaining. Apparently they are, but
I think the complaints were more about the recasting of Mike in the movie.
That's fair. That's fair.
Which I get that, but studio wanted somebody different, honestly.
And
I don't
because
remember the
Universal.
full story on it. It is in the making of featurettes. If you get like the Blu-ray from Well Go or Scream Factory, it is in part of the documentaries and behind the scenes footage and interviews that they have on there. They get into that a little bit, but for years I've always known like the studio requested they recast, and at the time Michael Baldwin was a little bit offended that he did not get offered the role back, but at the same time he comes back for 3 through 5, so
that's
they
cool.
bring him right back.
That's cool. And I'm assuming that was Don's call, right? Like as soon as they didn't have the studio control, he was like, I want my character back.
Yeah, that was a studio request, so he abided by it just to get the movie done. I mean, he really did try and absolutely fight to have him in there, and he's always regretted not standing his ground.
Yeah.
But there's no bad blood between the cast and the crew or anything like that. They eventually got past that and got everybody back together for the rest of the sequels. But I thought James LaGrosse did just fine. I had no problem with him.
Yeah.
I never knew anything was a problem with that until like years later when they were doing part 3 and 4.
I prefer the original actor myself, but
yeah,
he was a little bit more believable in the character and more animated. Like his facial features were so much more animated with fear when there was a puppet spider on top of his head and shit. Like
the shaggy hair.
Yeah, like he lit right the fuck up. Even as a kid, that dude had it. Like you're like, oh, dude, that's awesome. More so say than even Corey did in Friday the 13th Part 4.
True.
Was not that awesome.
But when it goes from like part 1 to part 2, I see similarities to say like Terminator 1 to Terminator 2, Alien to Aliens. You go from more serious, just strictly horror, depending on your viewpoint on horror, like atmospheric, tension, scares, whatever, this, that, the other. And then the second one is a little more action-packed, a little more faster paced, a little bit more gore, and just a little bit more of everything. So, and that's where I see Phantasm 1 and 2. It's a 1-2 punch.
And that's a sign of a good movie, though, or a good sequel. Yes. Most sequels don't have that. It's only a few that you could name, like T2, like you said, Aliens, House 2.
Yeah.
I don't care. Not every sequel has that step up, like Godfather 2. This is another one of those that I believe does, and it does it in all the right ways. It doesn't chew on the same joke a second time, like say all the Austin Powers sequels did. It does fresh things while doing callbacks to the original, sure. But now, it's a little bit more explained. We don't know what they are. They could be this, they could be that, they could be this. All we know is that they're stealing bodies, reanimating them, and sending them over there.
And going from town to town, moving across state lines even.
Yeah, killing towns, like entire towns, wiping the town out and clearing out all the dead bodies. And they don't show that to you necessarily. I mean, they show you ghost towns, but they give you that part of the story in exposition so that your imagination is having to work. And it works really, really well if you're a twisted bastard.
Oh, absolutely. And it gives you a sense of scope too. Like we're going from just one little cemetery, one little town to multiple towns, multiple cemeteries. Like what the hell? Like this seems to be like spreading out like almost like a virus. Like it's an outbreak, man.
Yeah, and I guess in that regard, it kind of feels like Salem's Lot, doesn't it? With Barlow going from town to town, wiping
Yep.
everybody out, or even Needful Things. So, but this was really fun. They added that exposition in there,
Yeah.
and having seen the first one, this is totally fun. And even if you hadn't seen the first one, they give you enough exposition and show you enough flashbacks in the beginning where you're just kind of like, oh, okay, I know what this is now.
Yeah, they bring you up to speed pretty quick. They don't waste like 15 minutes trying to explain like the events of the first movie. It's literally like maybe like 5 minutes tops.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think I want to say the final scenes that they show were those cut deleted scenes from the first movie.
Some of them are, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's right. They were good. I liked them.
Some are like alternate takes, some were different scenes. You actually get more of that in part 3 and part 4.
Oh, cool. That's very cool. Yeah,
Especially part 4.
because what was it? Reggie's like jumping out the window with Mike. It's like, yeah, no regrets.
Yeah, that was there's a lot of good fun scenes, and just the whole like the house blowing up and everything like that. That's one of my favorite parts of this movie is them blowing up the house, because the story behind that is they were going to set it up to explode, and they had this one house, but it was near like an airport or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, but I remember they had like a fire marshal out there, and he was being a total hard ass about like, yeah, there's a little too much explosions. He was being a total like nutcase. And then he's like, what movie is this? And they said, oh, well, we're shooting Phantasm 2. And he's like, I love the first Phantasm. No kidding. And then he told him how to blow up the house even better.
Cool.
And they set it off, and it was a bigger explosion than they were expecting, and they were lucky they got the footage they did. Because just like in what is it, Friday the 13th part 7, when they blew up the house, they only had
Yeah.
so much footage. Same thing happened here too.
That's awesome.
They only had one chance to do this and get it. So
That's what happened in Red Dragon also. They had one shot to blow it up, and they blew it up way the fuck too big.
yep.
And fucking goddamn Dino wanted to fucking do it again. Build a new house, blow it up again, just a little bit smaller. You're like,
Yeah, no.
no, De Laurentiis, be quiet.
Nah.
Ratner already fucked it up. Anyway, yeah. So the one of the things I wanted to point out that added to that element of being a great sequel is you take the lore that you established in the first movie, and you said you ramp it up, but you build upon it. You don't just
Right.
ramp it up, you build upon it. So we see more of those little minion type things. Like, we see grandma turned into one of the
worst.
minions.
Oh yeah.
That
Sorry,
was
Grandma.
whack. We see that other people already had the psychic connection to Mike and the tall man.
Yep.
And they let it grow and build, and the fact that he's a locust going from town to town, it was great storytelling, and I appreciated it. And it made me want to go back and rewatch the first one and like binge them together and say, oh, okay, I get it now. That's cool.
Yeah, they all play very well next to each other, like in consecutive order, even though they were shot like almost like 7-10 years apart for most of the sequels.
Yeah.
But the way they tie together is like the third one picks up immediately with like the second one, and the same thing
Oh.
with the fourth one, and the same thing with the second to the first one. It picks up almost immediately at the conclusion of the previous movie. And I like movies that do that. Not every movie does that though. Usually
Mm.
there's a big time difference or time jump, and it worked out in this one. But at least at the beginning of this one, they made it seem like Mike was dreaming with that, and he was really in a psychiatric institution instead. And I like when he got his discharge papers to leave. He's like, and just remember, it was all a dream. And he turns, and as he's walking out, he's like, the fuck it was.
Yeah, he's sitting there. I'll tell you everything you want to hear. All right, now fuck you. I'm out.
Yep, it sets the tone for the movie. Like, well, we're not messing around here. We're not going to dawdle. We're not going to take like 30 minutes to educate everybody on what the story is. We're going to get going here.
Yeah, he's walking out with purpose, and you're about to see what that is. There's
Time
no
to
doubt.
fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
We're 15 minutes in. We can really start swearing now.
That's true. I didn't make the 7-minute mark when you were gone. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
I made it like 3:48, and I was like,
Damn.
damn.
There was no problem with it anyway, so it was all good.
All right. All right. So yeah, the good. We talked about it. They ramped everything up. There was a higher body count in this one.
Oh, yes, there was.
There was no confusing sex scenes necessarily. Funny sex scene. Really funny. Reggie, I love your hand.
Samantha Phillips, everybody.
Yep. She is one of the great Jim Warnarski's actresses, and she's awesome.
Yep, she's done quite a bit of movies, including some Skinamax movies too.
Bear Winch Project.
Yep.
2 and 3.
I think she did Hot Springs Hotel, which was a TV series they made.
Yeah. I remember that one. I mean,
Yep.
I've heard it. I mean,
I have that digitally on a hard drive. Don't worry. As far as I'm concerned, that was a canceled TV show.
We can cover it on NTV.
Yep. We could do that on a late night we could do that as a late night edition.
Let's
See if
go
we
by
can make it more than like 5 minutes in an episode without going, and look at them boobs.
the boobish. Yeah, break down episode by episode.
Yep. Blow by blow commentary.
She's faking it. Anyway. So yeah, there was not a lack of boobage in this movie. Oh golly, I want to say the boobage was better in this movie. The amount of sex, the type of sex. They had better intimacy coordinators going on in this movie, even though Reggie still had his pants on.
Yes and no. He had them down just enough to get it out.
Just enough. This is business now. We don't have time for all the way down to the ankles.
Yep. We got to get to it because the scene's about to get cut short.
Yep.
There was an explosion of sorts, and it wasn't in the pants.
No. But this was fun though. I mean, they didn't use the same sets that they used for the original, which were long and beautiful looking. They used the same type of sets, but they made them almost hellish in regard. Like they looked more gothic in a sense rather than Art Deco.
Yeah.
And it was much, much darker in these hallways. Like you felt, like I said, you felt much more like you were in the the hallways of hell than you were in a nice mausoleum. Like, who takes their loved one to this or buries their loved one in the mausoleum like this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it gave it a sense of like end of the world type kind of stuff too. Like we're getting towards an apocalypse of sorts. That's kind of the vibes I was feeling with it. Like we're heading towards some bad business going on these days.
Yeah. So, and then how does he get all these different like mortuaries and shit? Does he just like go in and like take over?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much. I don't think they ever really explain that, but seeing that he's been around for hundreds of years, he's been weaseling his way into. He knows how to weasel his way into this. And there, he probably kills the original owner or something.
Yeah.
And just is like, I'm taking over.
Yeah. Like on Unbreakable, where he's like, "Hey, I like your house. Can I come in?
It's mine now." Yep.
Bitch.
So, I mean, that is a good question. They just never really answer that.
Yeah. Fun. That could be a fun comic book.
Yeah. There was a comic book. I think there was only like 1 or 2 issues though.
That's cool though.
I do not have those. Those are hard to find.
Yeah, I'll look for that for you for Christmas next year.
Good luck with that.
I found you, Uncle Rico, motherfucker.
I know. I know.
That shit was hard to find.
I didn't even know they had one of those. What we're talking about is an Uncle Rico Funko Pop from Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon was redonkulously expensive.
Ugh, I don't even want to know.
It was over 150.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, that tastes really good. Not for nothing and not to change the subject, but I just swapped out my cartridge from apple fritter to orange soda.
Ooh.
And there's, you know, quarter of a fucking percent difference of THC, but golly, that's nice. The taste makes up for the lack of THC.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Orange soda.
Now, what'd you think of the gore in this movie? I mean, you got it in the picture. Like, this is a totally funny sequence because the machine still goes, it's still revving a little bit while it's pulsating at the cheeks.
They were really creative with the gore in this, and I loved it.
The K&B guys.
Yeah, you know, I mean, when you enjoy what you do, and this was a great time for horror when people just wanted to come up with the craziest, most creative shit and show you what they could make and what the illusion they can make was.
Nope.
And this is a fucking just dope example of it. You will not find a greater example of 1980s prosthetic horror than this. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like something like this, for as gnarly as it looks, is as simple as what you see in like summer school where they pull the rabbits off the side of their face.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Like, it's as simple as that to construct, but it looks so awesome. And
yeah,
they gave the balls more attention in this movie, which was really awesome.
The ball is back was the tagline.
Was it really?
Yep. I remember like people online saying it's the sequel with balls. So there was always some sort of like joke or running gag from amongst fans.
Oh, the balls. None of that stuck in my head. The balls.
The balls are back.
Attack. Anyway. And then Angus was, I can't say he was better in this than he was in the original, but they gave him more opportunities to do more stuff.
Oh yeah. Talking, more physical action.
Yeah. Yep. Throwing Liz across the mausoleum. Like, hold still, lady.
On the telepathy a little bit with the rosary beads on the priest.
Oh,
having
yeah.
him choked and raised up. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
That was cool. And that was really eerie too, where he tells him, do you think that there's a heaven that you go to when you die?
You think when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
Yeah. And then you're just kind of like, ooh,
that's one of my favorite lines out of this freaking movie.
Because that shakes the belief system of a Catholic person.
Uh-huh.
Like,
and the poor priest was like trying to find like everything. He knew what was going on and he finally did something to try and stop it and it didn't work.
Yeah, right. Power of prayer is shit.
And messing around with like the orbs a little bit in the cool coffin. That was wicked. And then there was the gold sphere, which is now part of the lore. That's supposed to be one of the more like leader type sentinel spheres.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that the one
Pretty cool.
that has the blades here?
Yeah, this is because it was drilling through his back.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was funny. Then it had him up again. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good kills and good special effects in this one.
Yeah. And everyone's acting was pretty spot on. There was no cheese, no camp, no with the exception of the sex scene, there was no eye roll. And the sex scene wasn't an eye roll, it was tongue in cheek. Like, it was the end of the 80s. You've seen every sex scene that there is to see, every passionate fucking hot moment from every horror movie that you could find.
Except this one.
Yeah, they said, no, fuck it. We're gonna go a little bit zany on this one.
We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. You know, it's Reggie. It's not going to be super hot. It's going to be fucking goofy and hot.
Yeah.
You know,
And
he's
it
going to get
works.
his. Yeah, he's going to get his. But which Kenny turns out to be a fucking whatever the fuck at the end. I was like, I should have known.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they had replaced her, but because they show her like pretty early on, it's like she's a plant from the word go.
Yeah.
At first you're like, no, he's just having a vision and she's going to end up being something in the end. No, it makes you really think like, maybe she's more like the lady in lavender and she's been a plant the whole time.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I figured she was him, right? She was the tall man.
Or like the lady in lavender who's just in a different form. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see her hotwire the car, and I thought, well, no, I guess not.
Maybe that's the spot where they switched her out.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because you don't see after that fact.
Because the casket in the back of the hearse was empty.
That's right. And was it empty before? We don't know.
Yep.
Huh. Either which way, like everybody was really good in this, and it was really fun. And it ends exactly like the original ended. A little bit bigger, a little bit broader, a little bit bigger of a surprise because you're in the back of a car. But it worked, and it scared the shit out of you again. Like, fuck, they got me. God damn it.
Yep. It's just a dream. No, it's not.
Yeah, that was cool. No, it's not. That's fucked up. Like, that's psychologically fucked up. Because you tell yourself, like, you're always taught, just say it out loud. You know, you're not really there. You're not real. And then here he is. Yes, I am.
Well, these movies like to play with the whole reality and is it a dream or is it not a dream? And they do it in every movie. So it carries, it's certainly got a certain style to it, these movies.
I usually still want to see somebody shit their pants once. God damn!
Oh, in the first movie, after one kill, the guy had a leak.
Oh, yeah, there was that.
That was an interesting detail. I'm like, I don't think we really needed that, but okay.
But that is what happens when you die. Look forward to that, kids.
You lose bladder control.
And anyway, wear your diapers.
This is true, especially Granny.
I like that we get to see the hunt for the tall man, and it's a game of cat and mouse for him. Like he's willing to play this and let the kid try. Like he's good, you know, and tells him, "Come at me, I'm gonna kill you, but I'm busy right now."
All right.
And you're just kind of like, wow, okay, that's interesting. Like he's focused. He's got a quota to meet, but he is willing to kill this kid, but fight him, give him a fair chance, for lack of a better term. And it's just kind of fascinating with that. Tall man has a fascination with Mike, and I like it. You don't know why, other than the fact that Mike keeps living. Like Tall man's just pissed. I don't know. It's gotten fascinating this time. First time, Mike was a weird, creepy character. We've already come to accept that, so we could move past it. I don't know. It was just much more pleasant this time around, and I can't kick myself enough for not having bought this on Blu-ray yet already for quadruple the price. But yeah, I want this one. I liked it.
I sent this to you.
Did you already?
It's in one of the orange envelopes.
That's right.
There's two of them. That's the first one is the 4K remaster, and then it's the second movie.
That's right. Thank you.
Because what happened was those were original discs. I got replacement discs, but there's nothing wrong with those discs except a little audio issue on the first one. It's not Atmos. It's just normal 5.1 surround sound. And on the second one, some of the footage was supposed to be high definition, and it ended up being a little more standard definition for some things.
You know, I watched this on Plex, so it was only so good, but I was not going to turn my nose at it one way or the other.
No, it looks really good. And even on like streaming services, like if you rent it off of Prime, you have to rent it off of Prime. It looks really good. Like these
Yeah.
first two look great. The first one easily because of the 4K remaster, but the second one looks really good.
Yeah, I liked it. Like, they were able to make the balls nice and shiny again and show them without looking like they were on wires necessarily. Really nice trick done without losing the effect in 4K. You know, the wires and shit. You're gone. Damn it, you did it to me again. Hey, girlfriend. Welcome back.
I just had to let the cat out.
Oh.
He was about to start crying.
Oh. Well, we're a cat-friendly show. It's all good.
Yeah, we like the pussy around here.
We do. It's true.
Hey, at least Mike and Reggie were trying to get a little.
Now, Liz, she keeps coming back too, right?
No.
Oh, she doesn't. I thought she did.
No, she does not. I think she makes a cameo in the 5th one, but she does not really come back. Some of the characters and storylines from this one are a little bit abandoned. They don't really get too much into the telepathy or the psychic links kind of thing. There's a little bit of that, but they kind of abandon that subplot. And Liz does not return in the 3rd one.
Aw.
She did.
She did. That's okay. And it was
3rd one's a
unceremonious.
bit goofy, so be prepared for that.
Fair. Yeah, I'll probably have a complaint about that. Whatever. Because I like this one. If it's not like this one, I'll probably be like, it sucked.
It's different.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I say that now.
No, but a lot of the characters are pretty fun and interesting. I actually really liked Liz. I actually thought she was super cute.
Yeah.
When I first saw the movie, I'm like, that's the kind of girl I want. So.
She looked so familiar, and I cannot place my finger where I've seen her from. And I looked through her filmography, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, but I know her from somewhere. Maybe
She's got one of them faces, I think.
Does she look like Lar
she was in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That might be it.
Yeah, that's true, because I did watch that. Sad but true.
Beverly Hills 90210, but that was just one episode. Let's see.
I did watch that also.
Yeah, I don't know. She wasn't in a whole lot, so.
I think it's because she looks a little like Lar Park Lincoln.
A little bit.
I'm like, oh, okay, maybe yeah.
That's how things start.
Yes. And that's been a thing for me since I was a kid, so, you know.
Indeed.
Sorry, rest in peace.
Yep.
I won't goon after the deceased.
You're disappointing our audience, Kevin.
Not while they're currently deceased. I'll goon at them when they were still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nasty. Anyway, okay. You think the dwarves do that too?
A little bit.
Yeah. Like, we've got all these extra torsos here. What do we do with it?
Hurl them and blow them up.
Start fucking them.
Oh, jeez.
Giant dead body gangbang.
That sounds like something you'd find on a hub of sorts.
Yep. I'm gonna have that vision stuck in my head now. There it is.
Good job, Kevin.
Yep.
I knew you could do it.
Little people gangbang with dead bodies in that terrible dimension. Stuck there. Little asses and
heavy gravity and hot weather. Yep.
Yep. Robes. Lots of baby oil. All right. So Mitchell,
ain't no party like a ditty party.
Low gravity. I'm gonna think about that every time I think about a ditty party now. They got low gravity and shit.
Short, brown, and low to the ground.
Oh God, no! They were drugged. We got low gravity and shit, Yonner.
Just saying.
I'm going to hell again.
For the millionth time.
What did he do now?
No, I think one of the best parts about this movie, though, is the pacing on this one. It does not dawdle. It does not take an exorbitant amount of time to move from point A to point B. It's constantly moving. It's got some good energy to it. Cast is invested. The crew's invested. I can't help but say it's nothing but a good time. So
Yes, and the one of the things that I don't want to forget to mention with the good in that regard, to your point, is the weapons that the guys use. Mike and Reg get a flamethrower and a double barrel shotgun.
quad barrel shotgun, baby.
Yeah. Like that was definitely sponsored by fucking In-N-Out Burger. Double shotgun. This is gonna be awesome.
And a side of fries.
Yeah, and they railed shit. Like the dwarves got railed in one shot, and that was pretty amazing. That Reg didn't go flying backwards was equally amazing, but it was fucking awesome.
Yep. That's one of my favorite parts is using the actual weapon that they constructed at the beginning of the movie. Like you gotta have a payoff. That and like the small chainsaw versus the big chainsaw.
That was dope. That was super dope.
Come on, you mother. And then pulls out the big one and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, the one that's for like the actual bark, or not the bark, but the fucking trunk of the tree rather than the limbs.
Yep.
What's the difference? Feet.
Size matters.
I mean, that was fun. I would say I enjoyed that fight just as much as I enjoyed the fight in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Oh, there you go.
Where fucking what's his name? Hopper. Dennis Hopper has two fucking chainsaws, and he's sitting there in the mirror, staring which one's going to be cooler, which one's like better with my arm and shit. And then he goes after fucking Leatherface. It was dope.
Oh yeah.
And they did it to fucking, what do you calls it? Oingo Boingo. No One Lives Forever.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I loved Chainsaw 2.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did you catch the Evil Dead reference?
No.
Do you remember when Liz was getting ready to get put into the incinerator a little bit?
Yes.
And he was, and the attendant, one of these guys, was smashing up some previous remains and putting it in a baddie and putting in a little plastic baggie.
Oh yeah. That's
Sam Raimi on there.
I did not notice that. No.
Yep.
It's
a reference. It's a not exactly tying into Evil Dead universe, but that was a nod to Sam Raimi.
Yeah, just saying hello to a colleague or whatever.
Yep, pretty much.
But I was trying not to laugh during that scene because the guy was hammering so rhythmically and was so depressed that all I could hear was Eric Cartman singing in the back of my head from the Starvin' Marvin episode where they send him to Africa and make him dig.
You said Cartman, and I'm like, I can just hear Cartman from South Park going, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
You need to see the Starvin' Marvin episode. He's out there. They're making him fucking dig for his food. He's going, "Days never finish. Master got me working. Someday Master set me free."
I think I have seen that actually. Now that you do that.
He falls over in the sun from heat exhaustion. He's like, "My God has forsaken me."
Yep, I've seen that one. I haven't watched South Park in a long time, so it takes a while to jog my memory on that stuff.
Like I've only seen the first season or two because I didn't have TV for the long time, and then my ex-wife didn't like it, so I didn't get to like it. But fuck, man, those first two seasons are burned into my head.
Oh, that's what gave it its notoriety to start with. So
The first 2 seasons and MST3K, like those 2 at the time, really loved them, which is funny because one killed the other.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, sort of. They're coming back. We'll talk about that again this weekend.
Oh, yes, we will. We talked a little bit about it last Saturday, but wasn't for too terribly long. Just wanted to talk about the headline, though.
Cool. All right. Let's see. What else is good about this flick? Did we miss anything?
The Hemi-Cuda is still looking cool. They actually flipped it and wrecked it. Blew it up.
That was fucked up.
Although I think they used like a beater for some of that stuff. They didn't wreck an actual true classic Hemi-Cuda. They probably just wrecked one that was already half wrecked.
I would love if they just been like, nah, we had 2, so said fuck it.
Blow it to Kingdom Come.
Huge explosion.
Bigger.
No, the explosions were all actually pretty satisfying in this movie. Like everything was really satisfying.
Yeah, the visual effects were top notch, and just overall, the whole movie was just exceedingly well done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sippy cup. All the jump scares were perfect. They were not too forced. With the exception
one was a
of
carryover from the first one. The services are about to begin, sir. They did the same thing to them, Liz. Graveside services are about to begin. So that was really funny to have at least a callback or 2.
And then telling the priest your services are not required.
Yep.
Like that was kind of the same vein. You're just kind of like, okie dokie.
Your services are not needed here.
I can go now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. Goodbye. I'm going to go back to my bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yep. Just like every good Catholic should.
Got to have a bottle of Jack stashed somewhere.
And then the wafers, the communion wafers to soak it up.
Yep.
My uncle was a Catholic priest. Anyway, no, I was not molested. Thank you for asking.
Nobody asked that.
Oh, thank you. So just he was anyway, football.
Football. You want to talk about Bad Bunny? I gotcha.
Uncles and pigskins. Anyways, so yeah, this I think I've topped off on the good. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, if I think of something, I'll bring it back up, but everything about this movie is fantastic. I'd call this one of the best horror movies out there.
So I got to put this up because we eventually do mention the word the bad. The only thing I could really find with it is maybe a little bit of editing was off. Like just a slight hair. And then the recasting. Recasting was the only thing that kind of makes you go, well, okay, because they actually show you the original actor from the first movie in the first 5 minutes of this movie. Yep. I'm dyslexic and I can't talk. Anyway, and it's just was that poor taste? It kind of felt like it was like, and then did Universal get the rights to show that? Because you know how skimpy they are with things.
Well, they help fund the movie.
Must have.
Yeah.
Oh, the original?
No, the second one.
Oh. Okay.
That's why they have the rights to it. It's the same thing with like Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. Universal had the rights to that for the longest time for distribution because they help fund it.
Interesting. Now with Army of Darkness, they had to completely reshoot the scenes that they did for Evil Dead 2 too, didn't they? Like where he lops his hand off because there's no blood spatter that comes up on his face.
Oh, you mean for like in Army of Darkness they did that? Yeah. They didn't own the rights to any of the first 2, but yeah, Army of Darkness, yeah.
That's what I compare it to when I say Universal taking sequels and then showing the first part of the movie in the sequel.
Yeah, they wanted to increase the marketability level for sure, and reach the biggest audience, and
sure, and they did. I think
Yeah, and I agree on the casting, the change in casting. It's like, was it really needed? No. Michael Baldwin would have been just fine. He was the right age for it. He would have
Yeah,
slotted right in, not a problem. And but I also don't really have a problem with James. I thought he did a fine job.
sure.
And if they had never made another one, it just would have been, oh well, he's just an older Mike. Like if the other one was not in acting anymore or had lost his life or anything like that, it's like, well, you would have to do a recast of some sort anyway.
Sure.
But
Sure.
you know,
But now it's weird, like George Lazenby.
a little bit, it sticks out. But I like James. I thought he did a good job, but I also understand the other side of the coin. I would have preferred Michael Baldwin. So. And to your point with the editing, I do feel like there was some deleted scenes in this, and there is a work print version of this movie. I'd have to dig out my one of my Blu-rays for that. And there is a lot more extra gore that was cut out.
That's fun because there was a lot of extra gore that was already put in this one. Like we
Yes.
talked about, like the balls were different. They could do different things. They showed what they could do originally, spewed a whole bunch of blood again, but they saved that for the last one, and I appreciated that with Angus
Yep.
holding it on his head.
Oh yeah, and then he flops it off, and then he squishes it, and then drops it on the ground.
Yeah, like a fucking beer can. That was cool.
It's like, oh man, that's brutal. And then he had the little like weird claw popping out of his head.
Yeah, like, okay, then what are you inside of there, you creepy bastard?
I know, right?
Some interdimensional being, like fucking.
We get a little bit of an answer to that in the fourth one, or yeah, I think it's the fourth one.
All right. We'll wait.
Yeah.
And that's again, I don't mind lore being added installments later. Like
Yeah.
we've dealt with that for Halloween for fucking decades.
Right.
So, adding a little bit of lore each episode is not a bad thing for me at all. That's just, that keeps you salivating, it keeps you being interested, and it keeps the story fresh.
Yep. I agree.
But anyway, the bad in this again, there wasn't a whole lot on a level of comparison. This is not a big budget movie. This is the picture where someone's like, "Oh, do you like Hellraiser or do you like this?" This is where you're going to say, "Do you like this American tonal version or do you like the British tonal version?"
Right.
That's where I'm able to understand the question now. But golly, I still think I have to say I appreciate the Hellraiser tone, even still compared to this. This was a lot more fun.
Yep.
And they give you the terror, they give you the scares, but they also let up on you. They let you laugh, they let you breathe, they let you enjoy the movie. Hellraiser 1 and 2 doesn't really let you do that. Like, you are captive in that audience. You are along that ride with Kirsty. Now you're along the ride with Reggie and Mike in this movie too, but Reggie and Mike get laid and fucking drink beer and smoke weed. So, and play guitar. So there's a little bit of a fucking lax to Phantasm than there is Hellraiser. So if you want that overdose of terror, Phantasm may not be the one, but I don't think you're going to dislike it by any means.
Right.
It's self-aware, and that's okay. Self-aware is not a bad thing.
And it embraces itself. So
Yeah.
it totally rolls with it. And you can feel that when you're watching it, and you can feel that through the performances and everything on screen. It all works out.
Yeah. Well, it's like the first movie. We made a scary ass flick that has a puppet spider dangling on a wire on top of a kid's head.
Or a fly that turns into a dangling spider. Yeah.
Yeah, like we made some crazy shit, but we promised it's going to scare you. And you would think, no, that doesn't sound scary. And the fly or whatever, the spider, whatever it was, now that you say it, yeah, I remember the fly. It was not that scary, but the scene that it was in was scary. So I mean, you got to use your imagination just a hair. I know that's hard for kids these days, but this movie has a payoff to your imagination. Like, if you
Yeah.
could suspend your disbelief, this is going to be a fun one. It's not going to shake you on the edge of your seat the entire time. And again, that's
Right.
okay. That's okay. I don't take it down in points for that. Actually, I'd say I elevate it because I had more fun with it.
There you go.
So,
Well, let's hit final judgment then.
all right. Oh, that
Think you might need a towel for that one.
Skeet.
Oh man, the acid. Oof.
It was so fucked up. This scene got me, man. I did not like it because it looked like he was really gonna jab it into her fucking jugular vein. And you're just like, come on, man. That I don't like needles on a good day, and that motherfucker looks thick.
I know, right?
Like, that's got some penicillin in it, I'm sure. Some rabies. But yeah, they loaded that up with hydrochloric acid, and she knew about it, so she's losing her shit but cannot express it because she's all taped up. He doesn't know, but doesn't care anyway because she's gonna die.
Yep.
But when he gets nailed with it, that was beautiful.
It's poetic, man.
Yeah, the sneezing, yeah, eyeball exploding.
Yep.
Love this scene.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So, and then again, that was one of the things you didn't get as much with the first movie. So I enjoyed this step up or this evolution. You did get that scene of, oh man, we beat him, we blew him the fuck up, but he comes back at the end.
Yep. And as the beginning of the third one starts off, you actually see how he keeps coming back a little bit.
Cool. I don't know. I like it. This, now that I've seen the second one, I'm on board. I'm excited for the third one. Even though I know you've said it takes choices in its direction, but I thought this was cool. I'm not unhappy about watching this one. This was a fun time. I finished watching it at work today, and for as much as I don't like having to do homework while I'm working, because that's when I'm farting around. I mean, working. I really enjoyed finishing watching this. Like, I was just as okay watching this at work as I am watching Farscape at work.
I can see that.
Yeah, and that's Farscape's my happy spot when I'm working. Or MST.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got you onto that one.
I like puppets.
Yes, you do.
I like Jim Henson puppets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid movie. I love this. It got me into horror. It's well paced, it's well directed. The shots are great, the atmosphere is fantastic, and the energy level just it goes from the second the movie starts all the way to the very end. Performances are great. I can't help but love this movie. It's fantastic. And I'm not gonna give it a flawless score because of like the recasting. And to your point, there are some weird edits in here.
Mhm.
And there's a couple of times it feels like, wait, did we miss something here? So I still enjoy it. I'm gonna give it like a 9.
I dig that. I want to say I was in the middle of the road last week in the 5 area. I don't remember exactly where, but this is much of a step up in storytelling, in action, in direction. I'm gonna give this one, I'd say, including the fun factor, I'd say 8.3 for this one. I really liked this one.
There
It
you
was
go.
fun. Yeah. It is much more of a step up from the first movie. And I don't want to disrespect anyone regarding the first movie. It didn't hook me like I thought it was going to. It didn't hook me like this one did.
Yeah, that's why I feel like there's definitely something to be said about the hook of this particular movie.
Mhm.
So
And people may think I'm a fucking idiot when I say that, because you just said this is like the least smiled upon of the franchise. So it's like, I may not know what I'm talking about.
yeah. But no, I think there's something to be said about the enjoyment level of this movie. And people don't hate this movie. They just take exception to the recasting, really, more than anything.
I can respect that because nobody likes that. It's jarring.
Right.
It's worse than a soap opera because that happens a lot there.
Yeah.
Roman Brady.
Well, on that note, unless you got anything else, it's probably a good time to wrap it up, Kevin.
All right. Well, dude, thank you for making me watch this one. Thank you for not letting me tap out after the first movie.
No,
And
yeah.
I'm looking forward to next week.
As am I. That's going to be Phantasm 3, Lord of Darkness. And we want to say thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Do us a solid, hit that like button on the way out, share and subscribe. Thursday night's going to be Stargate night, so if you're into that, we got that for you. In about a week and a half, we'll be getting back to Farscape. So I want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. You all have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Get out.